Hi, it's Andrew here from Waste Plant Tropic Indonesia. We're in Palembang. What I want to do is just talk to briefly why Gardenships are important for resorts. So let's just walk into the structure and just follow me. As you can see, we're still building, and over the next 4 days we'll be planting out and all systems go. Let's follow me. So we're inside the Gardenship, and what we're doing here is composting food waste, building soil and growing food, all in the one structure, and this is module 2. One of the biggest problems or issues that patrons and customers, clientele are going to resorts around the world is their environmental credentials, and one of them is food waste. Sure, plastic's big on the agenda, but food waste is the most neglected. You can show their customers, their clients, their guests, to bring them to a structure like this and indicate to them this is where all our food waste is going, and it's building organic soil and will be growing organic food. This is of great interest now worldwide, that resorts really step up and lead by example. This is crucial, and many Americans, Australians and Europeans are requesting and demanding this of resorts, taking social purpose, taking social responsibility. And what better way to do that in a resort where the children can learn? Part of Waste Plant Tropic Indonesia is that we are coaching staff and gardeners and management to explore what we're doing, and that translates to the guests and clientele, let alone social media. So this is a win-win situation. You're dealing with the waste stream, you're building soil, you're growing organic food for the chef, for the resort, and it's an educational facility. I can't stress how important, as I travel all over the world, this is such a tremendous asset. It's an investment. And of course it could be built out of bamboo, of course it could be made very fancy, but the engine work is all in here, in these 3 zones. We've got 2 bays, we're composting food waste in these seated, slatted boxes. We've got a neutral zone. This area here will be planting out and growing vertically as well as horizontally around this gridded vertical mesh. And on this side here, we're actually composting a lot of food waste using liquid enzyme, which pacifies the heat, removes the smell, and within a very short period of time we can grow food in it. So this is a bit of a world first. So please encourage your environmental officers, your basically your social media, to take a huge interest in this. It's so necessary, it's so vital, and it's such an exciting space in social media and green business, what I call green capital. Sounds good to me. What I forgot to mention, which often in resorts all over the world where people have attempted composting, the biggest problem is odor, smell, flies, rats, animals being attracted to smelly compost. It does not exist in a gardenship. I spent 15 years working in in-ground composting, and might I add, my first invention was subpod.com, and that was a residential system, and from that I've been able to build environments like this with in-ground composting and working with Indonesians, and I must stress this, it is a collaboration with Indonesians to make all of this possible. We're inside module 2 Gardenship. People ask why this structure is so necessary. I've designed this structure basically for tomorrow. The structure is dealing with climate change. And of course, as we've said many times, we're composting, we're building soil and growing food. But let's start at the top. We've got polycarbonate sheeting, which in proportion to cost is the most expensive item in Indonesia. It's got a top side, it's got vented roof. So all the hot air is expanding via the top. Our sides are completely open, but we've got them completely covered in mesh. What we have here is no different to elsewhere in Indonesia. We've got monkeys, we've got monitor lizards, we've got dogs on the farm, we've got birds. And so we want to have the structure fully outside line with fine mesh. We've got polycarbonate, as I said, because we're growing food. The structure, which is really important, is designed to be dismantled. And I'm looking at a Lego brick system. So all the bricks, let alone the steel and the roofing, can be all dismantled and relocated. And it's lightweight steel, and I've said this many, many times, it could be built out of bamboo, built out of reclaimed timber. The structure can suit any architectural environment anywhere in the world. The blessing of being here and doing this is that I've just discovered so much that now with this structure here in Indonesia, I can build it anywhere in Australia, in the States, the Asia Pacific, the Middle East, and Europe. So what's important is the fact that it's relocatable. This is really paramount. The steel is all reusable, the sheeting is all reusable, and the brickwork and the slatted seats all can be dismantled and relocated. Andrew signing off.